So you're thinking about becoming a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, or a PMHNP? Well, you've come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down the entire journey for you. I mean everything, from your first class all the way to your first day on the job, so you know exactly what to expect.
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll talk about why this career is just exploding in popularity right now. Then, we'll get into how the state you live in can totally shape your job. After that, we'll get into the real nitty-gritty of getting certified and, of course, how to land that first job. Let's dive in.
First things first, let's explore why becoming a PMHNP is such a smart move right now. I mean, what makes this path more than just a job? What makes it a huge opportunity for you, both personally and professionally? Okay, let's just get right to it and talk about the numbers. The money here is, well, pretty significant. We're looking at a national average salary of about $155,000. And honestly, for those with some experience who go into private practice, that number can easily climb over $200,000.
And you know, it's not just about the salary. It's about job security. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is projecting a 45% job growth for nurse practitioners over the next 10 years. I mean, that is just staggering. It's way faster than the average for pretty much any other career out there, which means you're stepping into a field that is incredibly stable.
So what's the big takeaway here? You're not just getting into a field with a lot of jobs. No, you are stepping into a role that is absolutely essential to our healthcare system. You are bridging a huge, critical gap in mental health access for so many people.
Okay, let's move on to something that is a really big deal. We're going to see how where you decide to practice truly defines how you get to practice. And believe me, this is one of the most important things you'll need to consider for your career.
Okay, so there's this key concept you've absolutely got to know. Full Practice Authority, or FPA. This is what determines how independent you can be as a clinician. It's what decides if you can open your own practice without needing a physician to oversee what you do. And this is a perfect way to see the difference. You've got a state like Washington on one hand, where you have total autonomy. You are the head of your own practice. But then you have a state like Georgia, which requires you to have a formal collaborative agreement with a physician. It really changes the whole dynamic. And here's what the map looks like right now. The majority of the country, a huge chunk, now gives PMHNPs full practice authority. And that's the direction things are heading. This is a total game changer for your career flexibility, and let's be honest, it directly impacts your independence and how much you can earn.
All right, so you're feeling motivated. You get the professional landscape. So what's next? Here is the exact step-by-step roadmap to get you from where you are today to becoming a practicing PMHNP. The whole journey from starting your nursing bachelor's degree to becoming a licensed practitioner, well, it usually takes somewhere between 7 and 10 years. You got to think of it as a marathon, not a sprint. But the good news is, you can start earning a good living as an RN just a few years in.
Okay, listen up, because this next point is absolutely critical. I cannot stress this enough. Before you even think about applying to a graduate program, you have to confirm that it's accredited by either the CCNE or the ACN. This is completely non-negotiable. Without it, you simply won't be allowed to sit for your certification exam.
All right, you did it. You made it through grad school. You've put in all those clinical hours. Now it's time for that final hurdle before you get your license, the board certification exam. So when it comes to getting certified, you've basically got two main choices. The most common one by far is the ANCC exam. That's perfect if you want the flexibility to treat all kinds of patients in all kinds of settings. But if you really see yourself working in a hospital or a critical care environment, then the more specialized AACN certification is a fantastic option too. And if you peek under the hood of the ANCC exam, you'll see it's not just about memorizing medications. Not at all. It's a really comprehensive test of your clinical judgment. It covers everything from advanced skills and diagnosis to psychotherapy and even the legal stuff. So let's run through the fast facts you need to know about the exam. Now, it's definitely a challenge. There's no doubt about that. But look at that first-time pass rate. It's around 86%. What that tells me, and what it should tell you, is that if you really focus and prepare, you can do this. You will succeed.
And now for the really exciting part, launching your career. You've passed your boards, you got your license, so let's talk about what happens next.
A little bit of advice here. To make that transition into practice as smooth as possible, think of your first job as being more about learning than earning. You should be actively looking for places that are supportive, that offer mentorship, or even post-grad fellowships that give you a structured way to build up your clinical confidence.
When you're finally ready to start that job search, specialized job boards are going to be your absolute best friend. Seriously,
They pull together thousands of openings from cool telehealth startups to huge hospital systems, and they'll save you a ton of time. A really great one is PMHNP-hiring.com.
So as you start this whole journey, just remember the incredible demand for your skills and the amazing professional freedom that's waiting for you. You are entering such an essential field where the impact you can make has never been more needed. And with so many states offering full practice authority, the only real question left is, where are you going to make your mark?